Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. I'm Nika, in case you're new, and in my channel I talk a lot about books. And in today's video I thought it would be a really great beginning to my book review series, because as you know, although I consider myself a booktuber or a book blogger, I haven't really uploaded a book review as of yet. So yeah, I am going to be sharing with you all a book today, and the reason I chose this is because I think this is the book that you can pick up at this moment. It's the right book for this moment because it's not that intense, and you know about it when I talk about the book. But without any further ado, let's get started. So the book that I will be talking about today is Stories of Us by Bobby Sachdeva. Now, why do I think that this is the right book for this time? As you all might know, because this book was very popular on Bookstagram. This is a collection of short stories. There are, let me check to be specific, I think there are over 40. Yeah, there are 41 short stories here, and I think that's really great because at this moment, at this time when everything is basically going to hell, you might think, or you might feel that you are not ready to pick something up which is really intense and really takes up a lot of your mind space and everything, and basically is a really long read, so it takes up all of your time and everything. The best thing about this book is that since it contains only short stories, you do not have to be intensely focused on it, because you just need to read the short stories, which are really short. Let me just see. Okay, so here I have story number 11, and it is just 4 pages long. And so if you want a nice break and everything, this is a great book to start, because like I just said, the stories are very short, so your concentration span, your attention span is justly suited for this book at this moment. And I definitely think you should all definitely really pick it up. I also think that if you are a beginner to reading, this is a really great book, because let me show you. After every story, here we have story number 21, which is The Small Man, and as you can see, it's really short. It's like 2 pages. After every story, the author has included certain questions. So if you are a beginner to reading, then you can, after you read the story, you can go over the questions and try to answer them in your own minds, and it will really help you analyze and understand the story. Moreover, if you are a beginner as a book blogger, this is a really good thing that the author has done, because it will teach you how to analyze the story, analyze the themes, the motives, all of that. It's a really great point. On that note, I think this is also a great book, a great option for your book clubs, because like I just said, the questions are a great starting point, a great launch pad for discussions that you may have. So now let's talk about the cover. So first off, I think the cover really reflects the overall themes that all of the different stories will delve into. Since you do not really know, if you have not read the book, obviously you won't be aware of the general themes that the book covers. So just to give you a glimpse, I'll go over all the elements on the cover, and well, check them out, because I mean, you could be interested in them, because I think they are very diverse and very relevant in today's society. So first up, we see the face of a god, of Shiva, and the influence of religion in today's life. That's one. Then we see this man who is being strung like a puppet, and I think that is another really important theme here, because to make you understand this, I want to bring into reference what we call the roaring 20s in America, when everybody wanted to get rich, everybody wanted to become really the best, and go to the top on the financial scale and everything. I mean, whatever you saw in The Great Gatsby, the way Jay Gatsby was. So that rush, that really rough race for gaining material benefit is something that has come to India today, I think, because everybody is after money and everybody wants to be better. And I'm not speaking of betterment in terms of spiritual gain, I'm talking strictly in terms of financial, of economic gain, materialistic lifestyle. So I think that is really reflected here. Then we also see a little girl, and her shadow is another girl who is dancing. So I would like to infer it as, for your benefit, as perhaps a girl who's dream is rather to dance and follow that, like those are her dreams, but probably due to societal constraints, due to familial constraints, she is perhaps unable to follow her dreams, and that's why she's sad. Because it really infers from here, you can really infer from here the weightage that dreams have on us, and how not being able to follow your dreams can really affect you and make you feel sad, of course. And then we see two elements here of money, and again, like I said, in today's scenario, this never-ending race for money, for material benefit, is just so relevant. It's something that we all see around us every day. We see corrupt politicians, corrupt businessmen, and everyone. So not everyone, don't get me wrong there, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I think the element of money, of material gain, is another important one here. There's this another whom I would like to think is perhaps a sadhu. How again, there are many religious kaput, religious men who basically just like to swindle the faithful devotees and all of that. And then we see this man who's probably in the army, and then we see there is this lifeline, and I'm saying this lifeline, I don't know if it's a medically correct term, but it's like, we see patients having that line, when it goes flat you die, ECG, I'm not sure. So a hand is holding on to that, so it's like you are the determiner of your destiny, you are the determiner of your life is in your hands. So how you fulfill your destiny, or how you take control of your life, of your destiny, is all up to you, and nothing like, the idea of destiny versus your own choices. So that's all here. Again, this is a really good amalgamation of the overall themes that run throughout the book, and I think it's a great deal. It's also very modern-esque art, I think, very fragmented, very weird, very abstract in a way. There's a lot of colors and everything. I actually quite like this cover. I think it's really pretty and really reflective of society today, shattered and fragmented. So anyway, that's my whole inference, my analysis of the cover, and let's talk about the themes now. So like I said, there are 41 different stories here, and all 41 of these stories, they all are really based on different themes. And one story that really jumped up at me is story number 16, A Letter to the President, which is on euthanasia. So the author really brings up these important questions. Like in this story, we have, should euthanasia or any such process be allowed for those in a paralyzed state? So again, the idea of man's control over his life and everything, it's really relevant. And I do have to say that the author has included all of these themes, which I think are very relevant in today's society. In one way or other, we have all heard about instances which instances that affect different people, and we can all see these here. The author also questions about this thing that, basically there are some devotees who would like rather offer everything to God, but on the way to the temple there will be many beggars on the street, but they won't do anything. So therein the author really questions about faith, about your dedication to God, but your lack of respect, your lack of attention, your total apathy towards another man, towards your brother or your sister, another human. So it really questions, the author really questions about the different moral values and everything, and I think it's really interesting. Of course, I think that these are really good, and I think the fact that the author has included these questions is a really good thing, because if you are looking for something that is, really enjoyable, but at the same time gives you certain value, that I think this book is the one. Because at the moment when you're reading this book, you might really like the story and really want to think deep or introspect about the different aspects, the different themes that torment humankind, that torment you, that torment the general populace. And then in that case, I think this these questions that the author includes, if you go over them, if you ponder over them, it is really not always perhaps eye-opening, but it really makes you really think about certain things which perhaps we don't really think about, we don't pay attention to in normal everyday life. So I do have to say that this book has been blurbed by quite a few good people. Like we have Bobby Bailey, who is a film producer and director. We have Nirupa Mandat, who is a poet, journalist, translator. We also have Krishika Lulla, and then we also have Mitra Fukan, who is a really great author and translator from my region, from Assam. So I think this is a really great book. And like I said, if you are a beginner and you really want to learn how to analyze stories, how to analyze the themes that are present in the story, how to pick out and like understand what the theme is, what it means, the underlying meanings, the meaning between the lines, I think this would be a great start for you. Also, like I probably said many times since the beginning, this is the great time to read this book, because all of the issues here, all of the themes here that the author has included in all the different 41 stories, they are really reflective, and they really make you question society and question yourself, your own ethics, our own behavior towards fellow human beings and everything. And at this moment, when there are people who are being humane and there are people who are being inhumane, I think this is a great book that will show us the path forward, and perhaps see how it is to be human and support each other. I think this is a great book for this time, and I would definitely recommend you all to pick it up. And we have reached the end of this video, guys. Thank you for sticking around if you did, and don't forget to leave your suggestions down below if you would like me to review any other book, like in-depth reviews, like themes, character analysis and all of that, because I am a literature major, so perhaps I could help you with that if you are looking for some certain analysis or reviews of certain books. So once again, thank you for sticking around till the end, watching the video, and I hope to see you soon in another video. And take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.